Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Poppy Homestead. We grow lots of food with our edible landscape in the suburbs, and you can too. Today I'm sharing our lemon harvest and how to make lemon zest from the lemons. I've had a lot of questions lately about how many fruit trees that we are growing in this small space, so I'll leave that video here if you're interested. All right, behind me you see the grapefruit. Let's go over to where the lemons are. I have my garden hat, I have my favorite basket, so let's go. So this is our dwarf Meyer lemon tree. We've had it for years. I actually grew it in a pot for years and years before I planted it. And in this yard when we moved in, this is a tiny tree, and this year in particular we've had a lot of rain, so the fruit is exceptionally big. Look how giant this lemon is. So these are actually Meyer lemons. Meyer lemons are actually a hybrid between a mandarin and a standard lemon. They are much sweeter, a little bit less sour, and have some floral notes compared to the lemons you usually find at the grocery store, which are the Eureka lemons. Compared to the Eureka lemon, the rind of the Meyer lemon is a little bit thinner, a little smoother, and has a little bit more of an orange undertone to it. More like an orangey yellow than a yellow. Meyer lemons grow well in zones 8 through 11, and they do very well in pots as well. So if you have a small space, you can put it in a container and it will produce really well. Okay, I'm going to get, I think, maybe 3 lemons today. I've already started on the lemon zest the other day. So let's just do these 3. Actually, let's get 1 more. All right, let's go make the lemon zest powder. It's interesting how much bigger this one is than the others. I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to make lemon zest powder from lemons. You can use any kind of lemon and actually any kind of citrus you would like. However, you want to make sure that you are not using store-bought lemons or citrus, because there is a wax coating that comes on all of those, and it's to preserve them and make them last longer. But you don't want to be eating the wax. So you want to get these from maybe a local farmer's market, or if you're growing any kind of citrus in your backyard, you can use that as well. Lemons are really great to make into lemon zest powder because you only have fresh lemons for 1 season of the year. And if you want to preserve that and have lemon zest all year round, you can put that into a powder form so it lasts about a year. And make sure to stay until the end, and I'll let you know how to use your lemon zest powder and what I use it for. I've been making this powder for years. This is the last of my grapefruit zest powder that I have, and I've also used our tangerines, our variegated calamansi, and our lemons. And what I want to do today, I'm making lemons, but I want to mix them all up and have a citrus zest powder. And one thing about the variegated calamansi, if you don't know what that is, I'll leave a link here, but the peel is actually sweet. So the zest is actually sweet, unlike the rest of the citrus. So it has a really interesting, nice flavor for powder. Before step 1, let's get everything together that you will need. Of course, the lemons or citrus of choice. You will need a knife and a cutting board, a peeler, a dehydrator, a spice grinder, and something to put your zest in when it's ready. This could be a mason jar or any kind of glass jar you have on hand. All items that I am using, I will list in the description below for you. Step 1, you want to thoroughly wash your lemons. I just rinsed these off really well, and now I'm going to take that extra step and just wipe them off and make sure I'm getting all the water off so they are nice and dry. Step 2, you're going to peel your lemons. Before you start peeling, you want to take a look over and see if there's any areas that you wouldn't want for zest. So there's a little something here that I'm not going to use for this lemon. but this lemon looks okay. And I like to start top to bottom. So I'll pick where the stem is and then go down all the way to the base, and I'll just go around like that to make sure I'm getting every bit of the lemon. Now, if you are using, let's say, tangerines or the variegated calamansi like I like to use, for those, you do not need the peeler. You can peel off the whole rind and just use it that way. And the reason for that is the rind, the white part, that's actually called the pith, and it can be really bitter and not flavorful. So for lemons and other citrus, you wouldn't want to do that, but it's really nice with the tangerines and the variegated calamansi. Now, after you've got this zest off of your lemon, you want to keep these in the fridge and use them within the next about, I would say, about a week, and make sure you use all that juice. And for the zest, you really want to get the zest off before you cut this open, because it's a lot easier to get the zest off when you do it this way. Going to cut off that one little blemish area that I do not want to use. The peel of the lemon, the zest, is very aromatic. It has a lot of oils in it, which make it aromatic. And it also has a lot of antioxidants. And I love that we can use the whole lemon and not have any waste. I've also seen some videos of people using the zest to make lemonade, which I think is pretty cool. I might try that out sometime. It also helps with the drying process. If you try to make each piece that comes off about the same size, so they can all dry at the same pace. All right, we have all this beautiful lemon zest. All of these have been peeled, and I'm going to put these in the fridge. Next, you're going to take your dehydrator and plug it in. And you should hear this come on. If your dehydrator comes with these pieces, you want to take these pieces out. And this is the tray that you want. Next, you will take all the lemon zest pieces, and you'll want to make sure that they are not touching each other. So those 4 lemons gave me about 2.5 trays worth. And you'll notice, you know, if they're too small, they will fall through. So you just want to make sure they're cut a little bit wide so they're not going to fall through. Next, you will put the lid on the dehydrator, and you will simply just set it to 95 degrees. We're going to give this 24 hours and check back to see how they're drying. It's been 24 hours, so I'm just checking, and these are a little firm, but they're not really crispy yet, so we're going to give it another 24 hours. It has been 3 days. I've been checking this every 24 hours, and they are finally crispy enough. Let me show you. So you want it to be super crispy, where you're hearing a crunch when you maneuver it around. So now I'm gonna show you the next step. All right, so we're gonna take our spice grinder. We're going to fill it up with all the nice smelling lemon zest. We're gonna fill it up in here, and then we are going to blend it. You want it about 3/4 full. And then you'll see that it's broken down, but not all the way, and then I'm gonna keep adding to make it 3/4 full again. If you put too much in, it has a hard time blending it because there's just not enough room. So make sure it's only 3/4 full. This smells so good, and our house has just smelled like lemons for the past couple days. It's been really nice. So once it's done, it's going to look like a vibrant, beautiful powder that smells so good. Let's transfer it into this jar. Actually, I think I like this jar better for the lemon because we have our grapefruit zest in that one as well. And if you haven't used a spice grinder before, if you are growing your own herbs, this is really nice. My favorite ways to use it besides this is to make rosemary powder and oregano powder for inside. And then I like to use it to make bay leaf powder as well. And I use it to make powdered sugar because I don't like to buy it from the store. I just make my own. What else? This is very versatile. I use this all the time. So this is how much lemon powder, lemon zest powder that I got with about 3 trays full, so not that much. I'm going to also make more grapefruit and more tangerine zest powder. And this is really good. I have a recipe on my website you should check out. It's tangerine chocolate chip cookies, and it does use the zest. So that'd be a nice recipe to check out and try one of these days. I know I get a lot of questions about that one, so I'll make a video one of these days, maybe remind me in the comments. And let me go over the ways that I like to use this as well. I like to use this on dry rub. So when we make chicken wings, any kind of dry rub, I like to add this in for a little something extra. Also, it'd be good with like a lemon pepper dry rub. I use this in salad dressings. I use this in muffins, cookies, like banana bread. I can add it to soups just for a little something extra. What else? Oh, herbal teas. This is nice to add to any herbal teas. We do a lot of lemon verbena and lemon balm and lemon thyme and lemon, so lemon verbena. So all my lemons I like to make into a tea, and I like to use this with that as well. And those are the main things. Let me know how you use your lemon zest powder below. I'd love to hear some more ideas. And now that you know all about lemon zest powder, let me know if you make your own. And now you're ready to look at the video I made about lemongrass harvest and how to make lemongrass tea. So if you don't know how to harvest lemongrass, it's super simple, but you do want to see kind of how it works. So let me know what you think of that. Happy gardening, everyone, and I will see you next time.